All right, live again in the crypt. And tonight I got a special co-host, somebody who's become a good friend of mine. My parents love her to death. Uh, Miss Heather with Glamgoria, how are you doing tonight? Let me find that applause if I can do it. Yeah, let me find it. Here we go.
Imaginary applause.
We got it. We got it. It feels like it's been a while since I've gone through any of this stuff. So tonight you're joining me uh, for this podcast. We're going to be talking to this man below us, Matt Grisham, and we're going to be heading to Evansville, Indiana for Evansville Horror Con. And you are kind enough to come help me out and join out and bring your cool merch too to the table.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited.
Well, we're excited to have you. Always welcome on the show. And the man below us, we just mentioned his name, the man, the myth, the legend of Evansville Horror Con, Mr. Matt Grisham.
Worked
Am I
the first
saying
time
it
this
right?
time.
Is it
Yeah.
Grissom or Grisham?
Grisham, just like the author.
I
Yeah.
was right for once.
I know, right? I
right.
know. I know. My son doesn't even say it right, but that's okay.
So we're getting close to that. What,
We're
3
only,
weeks tonight?
yeah, I think we're less than 3 weeks now, aren't we? I don't know. I've been trying not to pay attention to the time right now. I'm still getting everything kind of.
Try not to think about it. I was
trying
going
to.
to ask which is going more, the stress or the excitement, or a little bit of both.
It's in that middle ground right now. It's in that middle ground. We're packing everything up, ready to rock and roll. Our whole house is just full of like boxes and totes of stuff ready to rock and roll. So we're in that kind of. It's still leisurely right now, so we're okay. We're not bad.
Feeling good, but it's always those little things.
There's always those. Yeah, it's always dotting the i's and crossing the t's right now, making sure everything's ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. I'm excited to go to Evansville, Indiana, and you got quite the cool lineup. Like I spoke with you. I'm incredibly excited because Donnie Darko is one of my favorite.
I know. We fought so hard to get that to happen too, and like I was so excited when we finally nailed it down. I'm like, oh, he's gonna do it. I think we worked on like 3 or 4 months making that happen. It was just like one of those kind of we never connected the right time, and then we finally got it. I'm like, I got so excited. I've got my Frank the Bunny mask ready to rock and roll so I can get it signed.
Oh, I got a bunch of definitely some Donnie Darko, Frank the Rabbit coming in, and I showed you the one deck, so we're excited about that. We just did another deck of Danielle Harrison, Tyler Maine, so we got a little Halloween 4-ish.
I know, yeah, and
that Rob Zombie crossover.
The funniest part is that happened by accident too, because we had Tyler booked before we'd even started talking to Danielle, and then it just kind of fell in place. I'm like, oh, how perfect was that? Like, we got lucky. We got lucky this year. We really did.
Yeah, it's a cool lineup you got, and then bringing in some of the Charmed cast.
Yeah, we got two. We got Holly and Brian coming in, and then they, that's the combo photo op. It seems like everybody wants. They want that, the magical couple.
I used to watch it all the time as a kid, and now it's on streaming. And with them being there, I started because I take care of 3 guys. We started watching it yesterday, and it's great because obviously one of my good friends, Michael Bailey Smith, was in there as well, and they've met him several times. One of the great guys out there. So we started watching it and really getting into the show again. So I see that the following it does have, and it is a great show. It really was a good show. So it's cool the reunions going on.
It was so different for the time too. Like it wasn't like everything else that was on. So I think it kind of stuck with people. It was that like that Buffy era and that kind of stuff. So
yeah, a lot of those kind of went cheesy with the Hercules, and a lot of people loved them, but there was really a serious tone with Charmed. It definitely had its comedy aspect to it, but
yeah,
I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot, so it's cool. Did you watch it, Heather?
I did, of course. I think it's kind of mandatory watching at a certain age, isn't it?
Yeah, we grew up in Charmed era, I'd say.
Yes, I think I used to catch most of it like as I was walking through the house. My mom was watching. I'm like, oh, what's that? Hold on, what are we watching? Okay, never mind. Just keep moving. But then
it's one of those shows where you sit down and you watch it and you just get sucked into it because the cast was great. Rest in peace, Shannon Doherty. We definitely miss her, but it's really cool that these two are going to be at the convention. You got Brett Wagner going. You got Dave Sheridan, who's always a lot of fun. We got the Doofy boards
Doofy.
getting ready to go. We get the sleepaway camp deck. So we're excited about them. They're always.
I'm excited the fact they just re-announced the new Scary Movie stuff coming out too, and then we
I
got
know.
Dave right now. I mean, that's the perfect timing to get those. You
And
know,
he's alive.
I know he is. I know. So there's
He
always
cruised
that
up.
chance. This could be the moment to get the photo before he's big. You know, like massively, you know, unattainable because he's just in the new one.
Yeah, anybody who hasn't met Fliss and Dave, they're awesome together. They're always so much fun. They're fan favorites for everything. I mean, that's the thing is you got a lot of really cool fan favorite.
And a lot of, and we've got so many people this time that are so nice too. Like they're all so nice, so friendly. You know, it's just
That's
they're all
your lineup is that these are very sweet people who love their fans.
yeah.
They're crowd favorites for sure.
Yeah, you're not gonna get that, you know, that weird kind of like awkwardness. These are the people who are gonna be like, you know, hugging and everything. You know, it's gonna be like family already.
Yeah, and you know, Melissa started their new YouTube show, Killing. So this is great that they're working together. They'll be there together in a couple weeks. It'll be really cool.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah, I
perfect
think the
timing.
show's going to be a big hit. I mean, I think it's really cool for the fans what they're doing. So, and Fliss and Dave are both. I'm not Fliss and Brett both have great personalities. They're great for the fans, and people should definitely check out Killing Time.
Yeah.
Good show. And I'm excited. So how many, I know you do Evansville. How many years have you been doing this? And you have a couple different shows, don't you? You do
Yeah,
Evansville.
so we have 4 shows total that are public right now. Might be some secrets.
Rest are
Yeah. But we so we have Evansville Raptor Con, which is our pop culture one that started back. I think this will be the 5th year coming up. I want to say I could be wrong by that. Evansville Horror Con, this will be the 3rd year. We have Nashville Horror Con coming up on its 2nd year, and then we have our 1st year in Louisville coming up in June. So
look at you go, man.
I know. I don't know what kind of hell we're walking into, but you know, we asked for
Well, one
it.
of the things I love about what you're doing too is, I mean, everything's affordable too. You keep it affordable for the fans and for the families. The tickets.
Yeah, we try to keep the tickets as cheap as possible. That's one of the things. Like, you know, we like all the panels, all the workshops and stuff like that are all included in there. There's no extra cost for any of those. I mean, we have like the special effects workshops that take place. There's no extra cost for those. You can go, anyone can walk into those. Our guy, the Shandor team, they do some really cool stuff. They have like last year they made, I don't think I did have it sitting around here somewhere, but I don't know where it's at now. But they make like legit intricate stuff in those panels that you get to make and take with you, which is awesome. And I mean, what is it, $20 a day, I think right now to get in, or I think 30 for the weekend, which I mean,
that's nothing. That's cheaper than going to the movies.
Exactly. I know. And you get a whole weekend of entertainment rather than, you know, sitting there for 2 hours in the dark with your friends.
Yeah. And always good food in the area, I'm sure. And you got the food trucks outside. I know Mr. Wagner will be ready for those.
Yeah, we got 4 amazing food trucks coming up. One of them is called Chino Taco, so it's Chinese food, but it's great Chinese food. And we've got 3 Nathan's Famous hot dogs. They have everything from like these. They have these chicken sandwiches that are like, they're massive. They have onion rings on them. They've been at like 4 or 5 of our shows at this point, and I've got to walk away because I'm like, I can't do that when I'm getting ready to walk in here. It just doesn't work. We've got JT's American, who has great burgers and fries and that kind of stuff, and then the Barrel House has walking tacos and all kinds of cool stuff. So there's really good food there, and we're also right in the middle of downtown. So if you want something you can sit down at, there's tons of stuff real close and all kinds of good stuff there. So it's a great venue. It's a great place. It's right located down there. Parking's free too, which is even better. They have a giant parking lot that's completely free to get in, and I mean that's by itself that's a bonus. I mean, I know we go to cons all the time and $20-$30 to park, and you're like, you know, oof. So
yeah, because it does. I mean, and everybody's a little tight sometimes, and when you take the whole family, you want to be able to spend the money in there. And I love events like yours that are really keeping in mind the families and being bringing them together and giving them an affordable avenue to have a great weekend with their family. I know me and Heather were just at Memphis in November, and it's the same kind of vibe where it's really personal. It's a great area, the food trucks outside. And these type of events I really love. I'm really excited for it because you have set up something cool and you put a lot of thought into it. You do have those activities on top of not just these amazing guests and some awesome vendors are coming. I'm excited Heather's coming because she brings some amazing stuff.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited. I did do a little background look into kind of what kind of stuff it was, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. So yeah, I had to deep dive a tiny bit to get in there, but I figured it all out.
She's quite the popular vendor. She brings some really cool bath soaps and all that other ladies stuff that I don't know. She sells out. I mean, you've been doing really good with your stuff, Heather. You want to let them know what some of the stuff you'll be bringing?
Absolutely. So I've got I've got a lot of themed bath bombs and products that are in line with the guests. Like I have a Donnie Darko bath bomb. I have, of course, we have so much Terrifier stuff that we've made over time. So I'm bringing all of that. I have Felissa's. Let's see. I've got Felissa's body spray that I collaborated with her on. Just I don't know if you can see that on the Terrifier bath.
I love that one. That's so cool.
I forgot to grab my Donnie Darko bath bombs, but Frank the Rabbit. And then we have, of course, sugar scrubs. We have hand soaps. And I've recently started really making a lot of beard balms, beard products, pomades, a lot of different products. So I'm excited about that. And of course, our bar soap as well. So lots of horror themed stuff to choose from. And it's all, I work really hard to keep it. It's all vegan. It's all sustainably sourced. I source every single ingredient that goes into my products, and I work really hard to keep them affordable. So it's a fun booth to shop, I think. Body sprays are around $10, $12. Bath bombs around $10 to $12. So I try to hit that mark where it's affordable for people because you want to go to an event and shop. There's a lot of great vendors, and I'm really excited to be attending. Like I said, your vendor spots sell out so fast.
They do. They sell out really fast. And I think this year we had 93 booths total, and they were gone. Like it felt like they were just up and gone. And I'm like, my God, I don't know what happened. So we were very lucky.
Radar to apply, and then when I went back, they were gone. So really, John, thank you so much for inviting me. I really.
I'm glad you're coming. I always have a lot of fun seeing friends. And that's the one great thing about, I know you have the same feeling as vendor. We wound up running into a lot of the same vendors a lot. Like we all travel a lot. We wind up running into each other. Like you're here too, and it's just always a lot of fun. It feels like a big reunion. And it's the same thing for the people who come in to Evansville every year and check out the show. It does become that family environment for anybody who hasn't done conventions yet. Now, one of my buddies is coming. I usually take my 3 dudes, but I got the one coming, and he's got a big beard, so we might have to try that beard stuff.
Beard stuff there, yeah. I wish I could do that. Mine doesn't do that. So.
This is all I get. The rest,
I guess I get rough. That's it. I look like I haven't.
You got a goatee, and that's all you get.
Yeah, that's it. That's as much hair as I can get right there. That's the whole thing.
Sporting it out, man. Yeah. It doesn't matter how much. You just got to.
Gives me something to think. When I'm thinking, I can just kind of, I can get in there.
Yeah, there was a couple of weeks where I didn't shave, and it was getting cold, and I go with the winter beard, and still never filled in. Just patches, ear patches. There, it's like done.
Yeah,
I give up. I'm almost 50. It ain't gonna happen, John.
I understand the pain. I get it.
I think my dad can only grow a mustache, so I feel blessed that I got the goatee. I don't have any sons, so hopefully, unfortunately, they might have gotten a beard if they were lucky. I mean, it might have moved its way to the beard. My dad got the stash, I got the goatee.
Mustaches are really cool. I'm working with Lou Temple on a mustache wax. When we might have met, where were we at for that?
That was Tulsa.
Yeah, working with him now to make a mustache wax for his big rowdy mustache.
Yeah, we had Lou here 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember now. It's been a couple of years, but he was at our that was actually before we started Horror Con, when we were still only had Raptor Con, and he was here with like Mindy Sterling and stuff, and he was just a ball. So.
He's such a good dude.
Yeah,
sharp dresser too. Actually, my buddy come and bought one of his screen used motorcycle jackets there. He's all excited. He just saw the jacket, and then Lou was really cool. We did a whole video that he took and told the whole story and the journey of the jacket, and he did that on his, it was something he just wanted to do. He took like 5-10 minutes with
And he's
it.
still laid back too. Like he just kind of nothing bothered him. He was just whatever rolled.
Yeah, and you couldn't ask for a nicer guy. I was really glad. He was one of my favorite people to meet over. Was it Tulsa? Yeah, I always get confused. I'm ready to Tulsa, Memphis. We travel a lot. You kind of forget after
They're all
a while.
the same place after a while. Yeah.
Last year I was in a state and I'm saying like Tennessee and I'm in Iowa. I just got lost. I was on the road so much I forgot what state I was in.
I learned a long time ago when I was doing all the road work and stuff, and I'd go on stage. I would never say where I was at because I'm like I have no idea. This all looks the same. Like I have no idea.
I'm over here by this building.
Yeah, like
I have no idea.
One hotel after the next. I get it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm booking my hotel. I meant to do it today. I was telling Heather. I just wasn't sure how many rooms I was going to get and if I was taking my buddies who usually come with me. And so I'm only taking one, but I'll get those booked and situated before they all sell out for Evansville Horror Con. Can't have that.
I know. The hotel that's attached sold out. Like our block went literally like that, and I don't think we ever even got to post the link.
No.
Most of it, they were just gone. I'm guessing people knew to call in and go, "Hey, HorrorCon," and they were just the people go, "Oh, we're sold out already." I'm like, can you not add? They go, "Well, we have a couple, but they're not." I don't know. It was a whole thing.
We might just have to camp out in the lobby so we feel like we're part of the crew.
I know, right? Just hang out there. Well, I had to give one of my rooms because I usually, me and my wife sometimes stay at the hotel, even though we only live less than 10 minutes away, because it's easier in the morning time at 7 a.m. You just walk over. And like I had to give one of my rooms to one of the celebrities because we just ran out of space. And I'm like, I get to sleep in my own bed actually, so it's nicer.
Very cool. We got some cool people in the chat. Of course, Tony Toth, Michael Toth's mother. Speaking of Michael Toth, we're going to show some of these in a little bit. Some of the skateboard decks we got in, of course, the Tar Man. And we talked, he's working on the Donnie Darko because we want to make sure we have something for everybody going and some really cool things to bring. And also some Lonnie McCollum that came in. So Predator, if you guys like that. I showed you the Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of my favorite. I can't keep this guy on the table. As soon as he gets on any table, he's gone. How much? Gone. But yeah, we're going to be bringing some really cool stuff.
I'm excited to see it. I really am. I'm really excited to see it. I saw your booth at Scarefest
with Carl.
Yeah, it was so busy. I didn't even get to like stop. And I'm like, never mind. He'll be in Evansville pretty soon, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm excited. And we always try to do something a little different at each table, and always try to keep it pretty unique. Now we're bringing Glamgoria in to come hang out, so we'll have those nice products that I don't carry, but she does, that people love. So that's perfect. Yeah, we're going to be bringing some cool skateboards. Now, these are all black light skateboards I unboxed. That's Digging Up the Morrow. I haven't seen the movie, but Mike swears by it. He wanted to do. He's like, "You want the deck?" I'm like, "Yes."
I don't think I've even heard of it, honestly.
So giving Michael Toth a big shout out. His mom's here. Here's Michael Toth right here.
Michael.
Then we got Carrie, everybody's favorite Carrie. Some of these are black light. I don't believe this one is. We also got. I'm just gonna go through some of these because I think people have really loved these. I know Mike did the Killing Time skateboard decks for Felissa and Brett. And then we got, I love this pinhead. I might not bring it. I might just keep it for me. No, but this one's badass, especially in the black light. And since you got a guy everybody seems to know and love, a certain franchise, we had to bring in some Terrifier.
Never heard.
I never heard of it. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I heard they're making a sequel or something.
Yeah, there's about a clown or something. I don't know. I missed it.
And these decks always go fast whenever we do this.
Oh my God.
Mars Attacks. Everybody goes crazy for Mars Attacks. So we got the cool one. And any Evil Dead fans were bringing that in.
Oh, me.
I know, this one's cool as hell. Some of these, I mean, they all are. You Freddy fans will have this in. Great. This one, I mean, Mike's been just killing it on the art of them. He does so much work for the table. We'll also be showing some Lonnie McCollum we're incredibly proud of as well. Of course, we got to have some Jason. We're bringing Freddy. And the new icon, the King of the Throne, Art the Clown. And everybody loves Sam. I'm going to be bringing a Sam deck. Oh, can't forget about
Freak show.
Freak Show. And then I know it's a little after Christmas, but again, with this franchise I keep hearing about.
And don't forget, he's doing the Santa photo op.
Right. Yeah.
Is he doing that? Is he doing that at the
He's
con?
doing Santa,
cool.
yeah.
I did not see that.
Yeah.
But obviously, you got a Leatherface going.
Yeah.
Saw his family. I love this, how he put the chains around it. I think that's cool.
Oh, that looks great.
And then we're just huge Return of the Living Dead fans. I love the cast. Oh, they're so cool.
Wow.
And then the last one,
Oh,
Back to the Future. I had to have this one. That's classic
That's
old
awesome.
school. We're bringing all those, and I got a ton more decks that we still got there. We'll be bringing some more Lonnie McCullum, which I was showing before. We got Nosferatu. We'll be bringing the Predator, like I said. I got a couple Xenomorphs signed by Carl Toop, who was with me at Scarefest. He was the Alien Warrior, the Xenomorph from Aliens. And for you Jason fans, we got Part 7, and that's a lot of it. It's going to be a lot of skateboard decks, keychains, Scott Straka art. Jesse Aaron's a good friend of mine, one of the really good mask painters out there. He's planning on sending me a couple things for Evansville, so we're going to have a cool table with that.
I might have to stay away from your table. I don't know if my wallet can take that kind of hit.
Well, we got you. I just wish there was more time. You know, everything creeps up so fast, and this winter has been no different.
I know. Trust me. It's going fast. Trust me. I feel the pain.
And then
we're excited. We're excited to put on a kick-ass table for you over there. You go ahead, Heather.
So on the 3rd, you start planning the next year. Is that how that works?
Pretty much. We're already planning next year's. We're already locking that down and getting guests lined up for that. And we're still working on Louisville and Nashville right now. So we just signed a bunch of contracts for Nashville that are really, really cool names. I've been we just announced Heather Langenkamp for down there with Miko for the
New Nightmare reunion.
There we go. New Nightmare. I was gonna say New Nightmare. There we go.
Both of them are really, really cool. Miko's super, super awesome.
Yeah, he was actually here the very first year we did Horror Con in Evansville, when we were still back at our old location, the Evansville National Guard Armory. So it was just like it was a gym basically. And he got there. So his flight got delayed the night before. He got there at 10 o'clock. He stayed in the airport overnight. Got there at 10 o'clock the next day on Saturday. We got him over to the thing, but the problem was his bags didn't show up. So he had nothing to put on his table. So we're over at the photo op area just printing out 8x10s, and people are literally, they lined up down the row for him, and he's just signing, we had these little tags that say, "We'll be back soon." He's just signing those, and people are going for it. And he didn't even, people are going buying them. I'm like, wow. He was, and I think it was just because he was so nice that people just kind of
he is. He's a genuine guy. I mean, I've run into him at a few conventions, and
he went out to the after party because we had Heather Matarazzo that year in the new Screams, whatever the newest Scream at that point was coming out, and that was our after party. We were all going to the theater with the VIPs to watch it, and Miko was up there, and he was sitting up there next to him, and all of a sudden you heard he hadn't had any sleep all night, so he fell asleep 5 minutes into the movie. At the end, he goes, "Was it good?" Yeah, it was good. It was good.
I gotta admit, I've been there. We got one of those movie theaters with the reclining couch, and I've hit a snore a few times. Luckily, usually French Charter's snoring.
Just stop it.
Yeah. They shouldn't have put recliners back when I was a kid.
Yeah, I know, right? When you lay all the way back, it's over with. It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. It's actually nice, but the problem is I want to sleep whenever I sit on one of those.
It's a rough way to spend $15 and not watch anything.
If I get a good nap in and I'm not really into the movie, it ain't a big deal though for me. I'm usually happy.
That is true.
As maybe the people next to me aren't if I'm kicking out a good snore, but
That's their problem, not yours.
my problem. I don't hear it. Yeah, so it's going to be an exciting weekend. Now we've talked about a lot of the guests and what me and Heather are going to be doing at the table, and we plan on doing really cool. And we've talked about a few like the workshops and everything. Is there any other like activities that you'd like to talk about that we haven't touched on?
So yeah, we have a lot of stuff packed into a small time frame. Obviously, we just announced we're going to be doing a contest. Honestly, I don't remember the name of it, but it's a scavenger hunt all weekend long. The prizes will be given on Sunday. They basically will go onto a link on our website and they'll get clues all through the weekend of different areas they have to find. So there might be stuff in the vendor room, there might be stuff in the panel room, the celebrity area. They have to go get these answers for these clues, and they get them all figured out. And on Sunday, they can bring their paper up they have it all figured out on, and they'll get entered in for a prize. They can win VIP tickets for next year, $100 cash. And it's just kind of a fun way to keep things interactive all weekend long. So even when there's that, there's not a whole lot of downtime. We have 4 panel rooms going all at once, plus a film screening room as well that has movies the entire weekend. But even when you need to step out of those moments for a couple minutes just to kind of clear your head, it's a good way to kind of still stay active while you're chilling out a little bit, I think. So that we're really excited about announcing that this year. I think it's gonna be a really fun time, and just kind of see how it plays out.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a great time. I'm stoked. I've been having withdrawals from missing conventions. It's been since November.
Yeah,
since Memphis, and what a great time. But man, it's only January, but it feels like forever for me.
I know.
Cannot wait to get back.
We just had RaptorCon in September, and I feel like it was just last weekend. Like I don't know. I thought there was enough gap between them because that's like 6 months or something like that between the shows, and I feel like we just got done with that one and we're heading right into the next one. It's a whirlwind.
Oh, Mike's asking me a question. That's the artist. I got them down here. I'm going to be hanging them up. I did some personal ones that have influence from the guys I take care of. One of them that was lost. One's a big Police fan. You know who I'm talking about, Heather. I try to keep their names pretty quiet, for them. And then my buddy who's coming, so maybe we'll do that as a scavenger hunt. Nope, that's my other guy who's got a beard. He got a third eye too. And some laser stuff. He's a big Star Trek fan, so he kind of incorporated that. And then there's me. And here's one of my other guys, and then here's the guy who's coming with me. He's going to need some beard cream there.
There you go. He'll be my model.
Yeah, your model standing over showing it off. There we go.
Yeah, there's so much fun, these skateboard decks, and the fact that a lot of them are blacklight that are really cool. Pop for anybody who hasn't checked out Doomsday's Crypt or is going to Evansville. We'll make sure you get to see them in the blacklight somehow. We always try to figure out a way and show you guys. But we're going to be bringing some really cool stuff from a lot of the talent in the horror community. We always try to put on a real cool table. I couldn't hear you.
But you've got a lot of stuff, right? Cool stuff on your website too.
Yeah. You can always check out www.doomsdayscrypt.com. But these guys that I've been lucky enough and fortunate enough to do business with, and have their items on the table. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, it's some of the coolest work. Like me, I'm a fan of it as well because I don't make it. These guys do, and these guys are insane, as you see. Like Mike with his art, Lonnie with his painting. Just can't even express it. And we'll be bringing a lot of Scott Straka art. Got some of it down here, I believe. Let's see. Scott Straka is. Where do I have a Straka piece? Oh, the Lauren Rivera from Terrifier. I might bring that along. And I got a lot of his original stuff too. So big shout out to all you guys who are helping me get to Evansville and making sure we can put on a kick-ass table for you guys.
People are excited. I'm telling you, the skate stuff goes fast here. I mean, they had Bam was here last year and he could not keep any of the boards on them. I mean, skaters it's big here. So
I'm excited. I don't know if they'll want to actually ride these skateboards. I don't think they're the
I don't think that's going to matter.
They're great wall hangers. They're really, really cool wall hangers. Like I still haven't unloaded any stuff because it feels like I'm going on the road, so I never get to set up the way I want to do it. But you know, it is what it is. At least I get to see the pictures and I get to see people's smiles as they take my cool stuff off my table.
That's the important part right there, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I've lost shed a few tears watching a few pieces that I really, really love go. But that's the tough part about being a vendor and a fan as well. You do get attached to these things and you are appreciative of them, but you always love to see them go to good. So,
I understand.
but yeah, it's going to be a sick weekend. What are you excited for, Heather?
Oh my gosh. Real, I have some friends that are visiting as well. So I have some people from St. Louis that are driving in too. So I'm excited to see friends, excited to meet some new people. I'm always excited to see Felissa, because she is like a human battery. Like she just
The
and
Energizer Bunny.
like she's fantastic. So really excited to see them. I would love to do, you've got some really cool photo ops set up.
Ooh,
And like the Kemper photo
I
op,
know the final scene. The final scene is a
Kemper, photo op. So I'm really hoping I can get that done while I'm there. So yeah. And also Felicia's final scene. You're doing Felicia's final scene. There's just so much cool stuff going on. Excited for the whole thing.
I was
Yeah,
excited we could
yeah.
get the final scene set up. That was she goes, "Can we do that?" I'm like, "Yes, we can do that." She's like, "Are you sure?" "Yes. Yes, I am."
So great.
I insist.
Yeah.
No, she's fantastic. The guests and the people that come, everybody loves Felissa. It doesn't matter where she goes. She always has a huge line, and people just love to see her. Even if they've seen her 100 times, they want to see her again because she's that cool and that fun, and she's always so embracing for fans. So, again, that's the thing I love about the lineup, and really got me excited as well. Is you got some really cool guests that are so down to earth and so good with the fans, and that's huge. That's huge.
We always try to find the ones that are a little more, down to earth with things and like to actually be. I mean, everyone's had that bad experience here and there, and we try to find guests and we try to pick those ones that we have either met before and know they kind of have that aura around them that they're excited to meet people too.
Mhm.
So that way, even if someone just wants to walk up and say, "Hey," it's not just gonna be pushed away kind of thing. They're gonna, get to say, "Hey," even if they're not buying an autograph or a photo or that kind of stuff. They just walk up, "Hey, how you doing?" We try to find those guests that are okay with those kind of things too. So you're not just getting that, that full on experience there.
Mhm.
Yeah, that is cool. And then, like you said, every single guest I think you got. I mean, the ones I've met, they're all like that. Fans love them. They're always fan favorites, no matter where they go. And it's always cool running into all of them. And like I said, I'm excited about Donnie Darko. So that's gonna. And I didn't realize he was an Independence Day as well.
I know, I didn't realize until we were making the image for his picture stuff of how much stuff he was in. And like we had to pick and choose things because it was like I was trying to pick the ones people go, "Oh yeah, 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 yeah." But like he was in so much stuff. It was impossible to like make that banner for the back of his table without overdoing it.
And once I saw he was okay. Independence. I know exactly who he is. Like I was like, oh man, that's cool as hell because I love Independence Day as well. I mean, he's been in some two great films there, no matter
That's
what
what
you
my wife
think.
picked out right off the bat. She's like, "Oh, he's the Independence Day guy." I'm like, "Yeah, yes, he's the Independence Day
I
guy."
knew that.
Yeah, yeah, I knew that. Let me double IMDb. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I'm always surprised. I'll be a fan of somebody and it's like, that was you. That was you. And you don't realize they were in some of these other films.
Yeah, it's sad. We were looking at people for one of our other shows, and there was a person we were looking at, and I'm like, "What do I know what do I know that person from?" Like, it's not what you're saying. It's something else. And I'm like, "Holy crap! Okay, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
sounds good."
Knew it.
Yeah, I knew exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Donnie Darko was one of those movies where, I'd never heard about it until I saw it in the video store. And I used to go to the video store all the time and I'd seen everything. And Donnie Darko was one of those movies I grabbed and it was like, what the hell did I just watch?
You're like, "Wait, hold
But
on."
I loved it, and then I had to watch it again. I've probably seen the movie about 30 times just because I love it. And you always find something new in it as well.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we just watched it like last week because I'm like we try to catch up on the movies that everyone because all the movies these guys are in, but like before you get there and you're talking to them, you want to be like up to date on. Oh yeah, I remember that detail. Yeah, sure. So we were watching it just the other day, and I'm like, oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's the one cool thing when you meet the celebrity, and even if you've seen it again, it's like, man, I got to meet that person. They're really cool. Got to watch it again, and you get another level of appreciation for
Mhm.
who they are and what they do as far as work. So yeah, I get it. I get it. The excitement, it's a different kind of world.
Yeah.
And all you newcomers who are going to Evansville for the first time, you guys are in for a treat. There's nothing, and I always say this: there's nothing you can really say to explain the con experience and the environment of going to a con and enjoying it. And Heather's very good. And she last con she had a battle royal too.
Yeah,
She held the tables, ladders, chairs match over at her table.
I was fighting a horror con broke out.
Hmm.
That was the first I'd seen it. It was so out of the thing, and I was getting ready to walk, and I
Yeah,
was with my Thomas, who was with me, Thomas Bruce, and he's like, "Is that her booth?" I go, no.
surely it isn't. I gone on a big rant about how horror fans are family and nothing strange ever happens at a horror con. We're all, we are all united. We're all here for the same experience. And a brawl broke out and through the middle of
That's the only years I've been doing this, and usually everything's so peaceful, and it usually is.
my, yeah. And I just watched it. I was like, well, what are you going to do?
That's like the first, because like you said, I mean, you go to a horror con, and we've talked about the guests and this and that. We talked about how people become family. You meet some of the nicest, coolest people from all aspects of life, and you get together and you have fun, and you just make new memories. And whether it's a father with his son, I mean, I've had that experience, and that always gets to me. So it's like, especially with my parents, and they travel a lot. Unfortunately, they can't make Evansville, but always have a blast with them. And then seeing, reminds me of me and my dad when I was a kid, and some of those special memories that I still haven't forgotten. And to see them making that happen, that's what makes the cons for me.
And that's honestly, that's the whole reason we started this thing back when we started doing the RaptorCon at the very beginning. It was all about, we were just trying to give people around here some kind of like special experience they could share with their families. Because I mean, our kid now is 5. So he was right at the beginning of kind of when we started things. And it was just like we wanted to do something that we could all do together, all have a good time at, and do something that it was going to be like one of those core memory kind of things, like last year at the one we just did, RaptorCon. My kid has no idea about wrestling really, but he knew who Kane was,
Ah,
and he wanted to meet Kane, and Kane was there, and he ran up to him, and I mean the height difference by itself. I mean, Kane is massive, and my kid's 5, so he's short, and like, but he was so excited about me. He's like, "I'm gonna meet Kane. I'm gonna meet Kane." I'm like, "You don't even know who Kane is. What are you? I'm gonna meet Kane." But
yeah,
like that's the memory you can share, and in every one of these you go to, there's always something like that that gives you that kind of like that moment.
Yeah, it is special. It is really special, and it's cool for me to see. And I've been able to make those memories with my family. As we're all getting older and up there, and we've been able to have these fun adventures in the horror con and the convention community, and shows like yourself, and what you guys do. It means a lot to me as
yeah,
well. So a big thank you to that, because I know how much work goes into these things.
It
Whether
is a
it's
lot.
yeah,
But it's fun. It's fun, and like we try to one thing we try to do too is we try to make sure there is a wide range of how I said, but we have a lot of stuff to do, but we also try to make sure there's stuff that's specifically focused to kids, some stuff that's specifically focused to adults, and then kind of that mix in between. Like some of our workshops and stuff, there's a specific class that's for kids special effects. So it's all stuff geared towards stuff things kids can do at home with stuff they have, and then there's also like the adult version of that where it gets more intense. But the kids one is kind of tempered down for them. But we try to make sure there's stuff that, because everyone goes, "Oh, can my kids come?" And kids are free, 10 and under are free with adult. So we want them to come and have fun and do things like that and kind of get those activities and fun things going on.
the special family stuff, and then the after hours for the mom and dad when they're tired,
Yeah,
and make their own little memories.
exactly right. Get out. We're gonna go to sing karaoke. Get out of here. Get moving. Get moving. Yeah.
You guys get to your room.
Yeah, we had so many after parties planned this year, and some things fell through, and we changed things around, and everyone wanted karaoke, and I'm like, well, I guess that's karaoke is what we're gonna do. I'm not singing personally, but you know, it'll be there.
I definitely want to check out karaoke. I always tell people like, and then the older I get, it's like, oh man, I want to get out after. I feel good in about an hour, 45 minutes after I'm done with the, I'm too tired.
I know, right? It hits that like 6, 7 o'clock time, and I'm like, man, what time is it? How old am I? What's going on here? I have to actually perform this year at the after party. We have an after party and an after party. So we have a comedy show that's going to take place before the after party. There's myself and then two comedians that are so there's two comedians.
Oh, you're a
performing.
comedian as well, huh?
Well, no, I'm actually doing magic, but
Okay.
so my normal job, I'm a magician and a hypnotist, and that's what I used to do all the time is travel across the country to colleges and things. So I'll be performing with the two comedians that are there. So we'll be opening the after party, and then the after party will go into our after party, which will jump into the karaoke. So
That is a lot of fun. You know,
Wow.
say that we're going to go out. Yeah, totally. We're going to go. We're going to go to the after party tonight, right? Everybody's going. We're definitely going. And then there's a text. I'm so tired. There's no. I'm doing this. I can't. There's no way. I'm too tired. Yeah.
it's a lot.
Well, in what was it in Memphis? Was it Memphis? Yeah, in Memphis. I went to the after party. Was it Memphis and you guys were there? Oh no, Tulsa. It was in Tulsa. And we were at the bar. My parents have more energy than I do. They're out there, my mom's dancing and stuff. You're like, come on, I'm getting too old for this.
Mom was still dancing. Danced all the way out to the car.
God,
She
I
had
wish
she
I
had
had that energy.
So tired.
I mean, that's some of my favorite part of seeing my parents enjoy it because my mom will enjoy anything if there's family and stuff, but my dad being as into it as he is blows me away. I mean, the fact that if you told me that me and my dad would bond closer than ever doing conventions and this stuff whenever we see each other, I'd tell you, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. But it does. It really, they do bring families together, no matter what you're doing.
Well, when you're there, if you look around, 90% of our workers are all of our family. And then that other like 10% of people are like our extended family, who may not be blood related, but basically we're all related at this point because it's just how it happened. But most of the people there, I mean, like my mom and my wife's mom run the front desk, the check-in counter. Most of our family members are ones that sit with the celebrities that handle all the transport and that kind of stuff too. So you'll notice all of us are.
Well, it's like everything. Yeah, I mean, as well as anybody, everybody's got more than one job when they're working doing a convention like that. Your hands are full doing. If you're doing one thing, there's always something else to do, and it's busy and it's a lot of work to do the setup and just get everything ready. So it's good to have that team that you can trust, that is going to put the effort in, and if they're family, you can yell at them.
Exactly.
I mean,
You don't feel as bad, right? Like when you go, "Hey, do this now." How many times I gotta say it? Yeah.
Don't make me yell at you in front of
You can
people.
smack them around a little bit too if you have to. It's not as bad.
Yeah, I'm excited to meet you and your family in person. I think that'll be really cool to meet them. How many kids you got?
I got one. I got
Just
one.
a 5-year-old.
Just
Okay.
a 5-year-old, little rocket.
Oh,
Rocket. Yeah, that's his nickname.
I mean,
is
how
Rocket.
cool is that? 5 years old, and you get to meet all these celebrities.
I know. I don't think he quite understands it yet because, so at our at Evansville Con and then Nashville Horror Con last year, we had the cast of Hocus Pocus there, and a couple years ago we had Jason Marsden at RaptorCon before that, and he remembers playing baseball with Jason backstage. Just like they were just tossed the baseball, and every time now, that's my best friend. And like I don't think he quite gets I mean, he sat there and talked to Omri Katz for 30 minutes about nothing about the movie. He could care less about the movie. I mean, he loves the movie, but like I don't think he quite gets the concept yet that these people are not people that most people get to like hang out with, I guess. I don't know. It's like they're just
It
other
reminds
people.
me of my mom. My mom's like that too. Everybody loves her, and she don't watch horror movies that much. Like she'll know some of the stuff they were in, so she just cruises around, talks. Like James Duke Courtney absolutely loves my mom. I walk in on them at Scarefest, and they're talking about her being in the film doing pole dance. It's like, give me a break, come on. No, but he loves my mom. Anytime he sees her, he won't remember me, but he'll see my mom. Oh, now I know who you are. Everybody knows her, and it's like, oh, you.
Well, my kid was he's not scared of stuff, but his favorite thing used to be werewolves and like Jason and that kind of stuff. And then that first year we had CJ, they became like best buds. And then at our Nashville one, CJ did his in costume photo op, and my kid was super excited about it. He wanted, he wanted to get the photo, and CJ walks out in that costume, and he goes,
freaked him out.
and then all of a sudden CJ's like, "Oh no, it's me," and he gave him like Nux and like did that kind of stuff, and like all of a sudden he was cool again, and he's like, "Oh, that's
It
Jason."
probably reminded him of Halloween,
Yeah,
I mean, where when he finally exposed who he was. That's cool that CJ broke character even for
Yeah,
it.
I know. I was very surprised because he goes, "I never break character," but as soon as he saw my kid back up a little bit, everything just went out. He's like, "No, I'm out." It was.
He's another great guy too. I've been lucky enough to meet and see him at a few conventions, and he's always fun with the fans.
Yeah, I would love him. He's going to be at our he's done Evansville now. He's done Nashville, and he's hitting us up with our Louisville one too. So he'll be hanging out with us in Louisville.
Oh, very cool, very cool. You get him and Tom Matthews in the same room, you can't go wrong. I mean, Tom's one of the cool guys too. If you ever, I don't know, I'm pretty sure you probably had Tom before.
I don't think we haven't had him. I know he's come across my desk a few times, but I don't think we've ever worked it out where he's been either available at the time or whatever. So
I definitely recommend Tom. He's one of the coolest guys, so laid back. Even my dad will sit there and talk for a while. He's just such a down to earth guy, and he does construction, and he does these conventions for the fans to meet him. He doesn't, he's got a successful life outside of horror and acting. So yeah, just one of the genuine guys. Just like the people you're bringing in, he's one of those kind of people too. So
awesome. Yeah,
I'd love to see you have him at one of your shows in the future.
Yeah, I really hope he works out one of these times, because I think that'd be nice. I know we've talked to a few people about him in the past, so I kind of fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm crossing for you, man.
I know, right?
It'll be cool. But yeah, I guess I'm getting tired. I don't know about you guys. I'm getting old again.
I know, you joined the club.
But I've had so much fun talking to you. It's good to catch up. It's been a while since you've been on, and I've double booked last year. So this is kind of like you were kind enough to say I can move you over to Evansville in March. So I've been excited.
It happens. I understand. There's a lot of cons going on. It's hard to pick a date that there's not stuff.
Well, last year was probably my busiest year, and I'm trying to run into that again, where it was like, oh yeah, it's a different month, but it's 2 weeks away.
Yeah, you're like, what? Hold on, what?
No, I did a lot of those. I did some that were like 2, 3 in a row, and for me, that's just a lot of traveling and this and that, plus on top of work. But it was fun. Last year was a hell of a year, and I can't wait for this one. Starting fresh in 2025 at Evansville.
I know, kicking it right off in the early season.
Yeah, with my partner over there, Heather, she's going to be bringing that cool stuff.
For my beard.
Yeah, she's gonna get you beard seeds.
Yeah, plug them in. That's okay.
Yeah, they come out green. I'm saying it looks like a chia pet, but it's cool.
St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner. It's fine.
You just dye them.
Yeah.
Keep them low, dye them.
Just for beards.
Perfect.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Heather, for helping me out, co-host. I'm gonna leave you the final word, and then I'm gonna let Matt, you have the final word, the final word, since we're doing after show or after parties. So you'll be the after, and you'll be the final. So go ahead, Heather. Tell everybody what's going on.
So much. Thanks for having me on. Really looking forward to Evansville, March 1st and 2nd. That's going to be a killer show. Get your photo ops. If anybody's going to the show that's watching this, get those photo ops purchased ahead of time. To make sure you get your spot. So that would be my advice. And come and hang out at our booth.
We like to have fun. We like even if you're not buying some, we love when people come up and talk and hang out.
Please introduce yourself. Say where you saw us from, for sure. Because I think that people do that. They don't mention they know me from Facebook or Instagram or whatever. And I love to know how I know people. So please remind me. But I'm looking forward to seeing everybody.
And I'll do this. If you come and you say you watch the Evansville podcast and you come to our table and check us out, maybe you'll have a free gift from Doomsday's Crypt. You never know. I like to give stuff out to the cool people that come up and say hi to us. So can't promise anything, but I always have something on my sleeve. But Matt, thank you, man. Let the fans know what's up.
Hey,
with the time and.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Like I say, March 1st and 2nd, EvansvilleHorror.com gets all your tickets on there. You can buy them online ahead of time. If you're going to use credit card, do it online. We cannot take credit card at the event. We do cash at the door if you want to buy those. Get the photo ops, like Heather said, those are selling out fast. Art's photo ops online have already sold out. We will, though, We have confirmed there will be ones you can purchase at the event, at the photo op area the day of. So you can still get those if you haven't got those online. The other photo ops, grab those. They're almost sold out, and I don't think they're going to start adding extras of those. But we added extra of art just because it's so many people want that art the clown in the costume photo op, and they're going to be a little Christmas tree, I think, too, hanging out there. So don't miss that. Check out the website for all the information. There's a schedule on there. It's being updated constantly. There's layouts of the vendors on our Facebook page. But other than that, I hope to see you guys there. If you were on here, and make sure to stop me at some point. You'll see me running by, say hey. I'll be hanging out their booths. Don't miss that out because I want to see all this stuff and spend all my money. Yeah, but all right. Hey, thank you guys.
Before you spending your money.
I know, right?
I'm just kidding. No, I'm excited to be there. Thanks again, Heather. Thank you, Matt, for coming on and talking some Evansville with us. Eric, I do got you. The shirts were out of stock. They're back in stock, so you'll be getting your shirt shortly. We got some cool new merch I posted in the group. We got some hats and other stuff, sweatshirts that we're going to be adding. But yeah, I don't have any shows scheduled yet, but I'm hoping to get the shows rolling again, the podcast rolling again, and I'll keep you guys updated in Doomsday's Crypt. And if you're in Evansville, Indiana, check out Evansville Horror Con. Come check out me and Heather, and check out Matt and his family and all these awesome guests. And until next time, guys, see you later. Peace.